You're listening to The Morning Uplift, the podcast that brings you motivation and encouragement to begin your week. I'm your host, Liz Colburn. Grab your coffee, begin getting ready for your day, and join me as we discuss what it means to find the beauty in your journey.
Friends, good morning. Thank you so much for the amount of love I received about my first podcast last week. Wow, I am just overwhelmed. I am humbled to be joining you again. Between the emails and the messages and in-person feedback I received, I really felt the love, and I am so glad that it was well received. So thanks again for joining me for another episode. The idea of the show really just started with a tug on my heart to find my voice and to be able to share some things that have really been on my heart with other people. And I feel even more convicted now after last week that this is really part of my purpose. And so I just want to thank each and every one of you for that support. It means the world to me. So here we are already on another beautiful Monday morning. As always, I am here with you, sipping on my coffee, joining you, and ready to begin this week right. I hope this encourages you to begin your week right. Hope you had a wonderful weekend. I don't know about you, but it was a great weekend for me. I was down in Iowa with some of my coaching team. Just another little tidbit about me on the side of teaching. I am also a health and fitness coach, and my team of coaches is the best group of people you will ever meet. I got to join my husband. We went down together with a group of friends, and this team was a team that we have been connecting with online, but these mini retreats that we get to go to, we actually get to gather in person and meet all of these fun people we get to talk to about life and share our journey with online. So we road tripped down to Iowa. It's about a 5.5 hour drive. Totally worth it. I will say that with being in the third trimester of my pregnancy right now, it was probably the last road trip that we will do for a while. It gets to be a little squished in a car, but it was totally worth it. And worth every moment of being in the car ride and just getting together with people that we don't get to see very often. We worked out, we ate a ton, we shared stories, we laughed together, we cried together, and we just enjoyed each other's company. And I hope you have people in your life that fill your cup like that. I hope you have people that it's totally worth taking a 5.5 hour road trip on a busy fall weekend just to enjoy each other's company. It's totally worth it. So today's topic is another topic that came from the poll that was posted on the show's Facebook page. So thank you so much for those of you that filled that out so I can serve you better. The topic today is pieces of encouragement people need to hear more often. And while I was down visiting my team this weekend, I asked for their help. I thought it would be nice to hear some other voices talk to you about some things that they've, not necessarily the things that they've gone through, but pieces of encouragement that they need that have helped them go through these times or helped encourage them in a time of need. And just to preface that, these are pieces of encouragement that are coming from people who are all over on their journey, people who have experienced so many different things in life and have turned out to be some of the most encouraging people I know, some of the most encouraging people that I am blessed to know. So I asked them, what are pieces of encouragement you think people need to hear more often? Here are some clips of what they said.
If there's any piece of encouragement that I could share with you, it would be that your struggles don't define you.
You are your only limit.
Practice makes better.
You actually can do it.
I would say that you are not alone, and if you're struggling with something, you're not the only person, so don't feel like you're the only person going through it. And reach out to your friends and family and share that with them because they will be there to support you.
You are capable of more than you can ever imagine. I think something that people need to hear more of is you are enough.
I encourage you to find the good in every day. Some days may not be easy, but they're always worth it.
No matter the circumstances, never give up on your dreams.
I think the best piece of encouragement that you can get is to remind yourself that you are capable of so much more than you think that you are. And when you change your mind and you change the language that you speak to yourself, you have the ability to amaze yourself. And so tell yourself that. Amaze yourself today because you are capable of anything you set your mind to.
Wow. I listened to that last night and I listened to it again this morning and just now, and I'm blown away. I just think that is so powerful. Those words that they all came and said, those were completely candid. I had no idea what encouragements that they would say, and I just am in awe at the power of those words. And I think words in general are just so powerful. I think that words have the ability to change so much, to help people. Obviously, words can hurt people. They are just so powerful. So I think the way that we choose to use our words is so important. And I think I could actually just put that on repeat throughout my day or throughout my week. I think I need to hear all of those pieces of encouragement just like you probably do. Or maybe you did have a piece of encouragement that were in those clips that really resonated with you. So I know that those went really fast. I'm going to actually post the quotes of those on the show's Facebook page. So if you want to go back later and refer to those again, then you definitely can. But the coolest part as I was reflecting about those is that the truth in all of that is the people who said these things, the people who were quoted, probably chose to use these pieces of encouragement because they need to remind themselves of the same piece of encouragement throughout life. Now, I didn't talk to them about this. I don't know if that is true, but I can only imagine that at some point on their journey, they needed that piece of encouragement. Maybe they were in a dark place. Maybe they were struggling to figure out their life or their direction, and they needed that piece of encouragement. So words are powerful. We're all broken people. We can try to have it as together as we can, but we are all broken people. We all have bad days. We all have doubts. We all have self-limiting beliefs about ourselves, things that only we feel within. People probably don't see in us, but we feel in ourselves. We have baggage that we carry that is so deep, and we go through life and we're just trying to keep it together. So that's why I'm thankful for these people, the people who I surround myself with, because I don't have to go through life on my own. And there's so much beauty in that. And when we go through struggles, I know the biggest thing is that we feel like we're alone, when in reality, so many people are fighting similar things. And I know personally in my own life that I struggled for many, many years. I would say for sure into my 20s. And still there's days now where I struggle feeling enough. And I know this is just based on my own personal standards and not something I've heard from other people. It's just we are so hard on ourselves. For me, I know my biggest thing is not feeling enough. I chased for so many years accomplishments, and I thought I could do more. I thought I could be more. I thought I could chase more to feel enough. And man, if you've ever been there, and maybe that's not your struggle, but if you've ever been there, it is so burdensome feeling like you can do everything in the world. You can run all day long and still not feel enough for somebody, or not feel like you are doing enough in your capabilities. So I'm so thankful for being where I am now on my journey, that I can look at that and I can be real about that. But that definitely comes with time. It comes with support. It comes from within. It definitely starts from within and then can carry out into other aspects of your life. So today, as you're listening to all these pieces of encouragement, and if you're like me, I definitely need to go back and look at those again. But I want to challenge you to find what the burden is that you're carrying. And my question is, can you let it go today? Can you let that burden go? It might be a burden of a past relationship. It might be that person that's just still haunting you, that person that's still holding you back from so much. It could be finances, the burden of your money, the burden of that stress of paying your bills on time. Man, money is such a big factor in life. It could be the burden of a rocky friendship. Maybe there's somebody this week that you need to make things right with, somebody that you need to forgive. It could be the burden of guilt over a past mistake that you've made. Nobody is perfect, but even though we know that, we hold on to guilt and it overtakes us. Even more, it just seeps into everything we do in life, and maybe you just need to let that go today. Or maybe it is the stress of school or work. I know I'm guilty of feeling stressed or overwhelmed, and so I know that's not an easy one, but maybe your challenge this week is to figure out the areas that you can let go. Where can you let go of that stress with school, or where can you let go of that stress with work? And just asking yourself what piece of encouragement from above you can take away from today. Because all of those people shared their hearts, they shared their piece of encouragement, and I know there was one, even just one, that resonated with you today. And like I said, they'll be posted later so you can refer back to. But maybe you're on the reverse side. Maybe you woke up today and you just feel on top of the world. You feel positive. You feel charged. You feel encouraged today. And I love that. I do have days that I wake up and I feel encouraged and I'm just ready to take action. Well, we need you in our week. We need people like you. How can you share this with somebody else? It only takes one person to make a difference in someone else's life. Only one. You could have one powerful person that determines your change or the outlook that you choose to take. It could only be one voice, one subtle hug, one word of advice that you give to someone else to change the game for them. So I challenge you then to be that person for someone else. And maybe that just means passing one of these pieces of encouragement on to them today. So we all need encouragement. We all need to know that we aren't alone on our journey. You are beautiful. You are loved. You are enough. Be encouraged today and encourage others this week. Thank you so much for joining me for this week's episode of The Morning Uplift. I've been your host, Liz Colburn. I hope you join me again next Monday at 6 a.m. Central, live on Spreaker.com. Please go over to my Facebook page. There's going to be these encouragements. I would love your support by being able to like the page. And if you missed a show, we are on demand at Spreaker.com, and you can subscribe also on iTunes. Contact me as well. I love getting your messages. My email is lizcolburnbb@gmail.com. I would love to hear from you. Thank you for spending your morning growing with me. God's blessings on an amazing, purpose-filled week. See you next time as we continue finding the beauty in your journey.